Let's be real, launching new software can be a nail-biter, right? Especially when your systems are spread out across multiple clouds. One tiny mistake and, well, things can go sideways fast. Today, we're diving into a really powerful strategy to make sure every single launch is a safe one. We're talking about multi-cloud health gates. So this is the million-dollar question for any senior architect right now. How do you pull this off? A single deployment that goes wrong can mess up the service for millions of users, and that hits everything from revenue to your company's reputation. The stakes are just incredibly high. To really get to the solution, first we have to appreciate the scale of the challenge. I mean, the way we deploy software today has a level of complexity that would have been completely unthinkable just a few years ago. It's really like a perfect storm of different factors all hitting at once. We're using multiple clouds to be more resilient, but that just adds layers of complexity. We're pushing out code updates constantly to stay ahead, but every single push adds risk. And all the while, our users expect everything to work flawlessly 24/7. It's this super delicate balancing act where, failure is always knocking at the door. So how do we build a safety net for this high-wire act? This is where this really elegant idea called deployment health gates comes into the picture. It's an automated solution for this massive complexity problem. The most important word in that whole definition is automated. A health gate is a mandatory checkpoint that runs all by itself. Before any new code can go live and reach your users, it absolutely must pass a whole series of tests. No exceptions, no manual overrides. The best way to think about it is like a bouncer at a super exclusive club. Your new code walks up to the door, and this automated gatekeeper is there to check its ID. Is it safe? Is it following the rules? Does it actually work with all the other systems already inside? Only when it passes every single one of those checks does it get to go into production. Okay, so our automated bouncer is at the door. What's on the checklist? What exactly is this gatekeeper looking for to decide if the code is good enough to go live? Let's take a peek inside the gates. It really all boils down to these three core checks. First up, you've got synthetic tests. Think of these as little robots that pretend to be users, just clicking around, trying out features, and basically trying to break things. Then you have integration tests. This is the teamwork check to make sure the new code plays nice with all the other software it has to work with. And finally, compliance scans, which is like checking the code against a rulebook for any security holes or policy no-nos. So after the code goes through this whole gauntlet of checks, the gate has to make a call. And one of the most powerful things about this system is that there's no gray area. The outcome is simple. It's binary. The process couldn't be more straightforward. If the code aces every single test, pass. The gate swings open and the code is promoted to production automatically. But if it fails even one tiny check, fail, the deployment is immediately stopped in its tracks. And here's the magic part. The system automatically rolls everything back to the last version that was known to be working. No human has to jump in. It's a perfect automated safety service. And that quote really nails the entire philosophy here, doesn't it? The whole point is to protect the user, period. By taking human error out of the equation and just relying on these tough automated checks, we can actually achieve that goal, even when we're working at a massive scale across tons of different clouds. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. We've gone through the what and the how, but why does putting a system like this in place actually matter so much? Well, the benefits are huge. Your reliability goes way up because bad code gets caught before it can ever impact a user. Security gets a massive boost because every change is scanned automatically. And here's the wild part. Your deployments can actually get faster because you're replacing slow manual reviews with high-speed automation. And maybe most importantly, your engineers can build and innovate with way more confidence because they know there's a solid safety net there to catch any problems. This isn't just better tech. It's just a smarter way to run the business. And this all leads to a really fascinating final thought. We've just seen how we can automate this incredibly critical decision. Is this code safe enough for millions of people? So it makes you wonder, right? If we can build automated gatekeepers for our code, what other complex, high-stakes decisions are we ready to start handing over to smart automation? It's a powerful idea, and I hope this explainer has given you some food for thought.